I'm Lizzie and I'm the Boogie Mites licensee for West Berkshire, South Oxfordshire and North Hampshire, and I've been working with Boogie Mites now for about 4.5 years. I'm a mum and I'm also a musician. I'm really passionate about making music as accessible as possible and starting with the youngest children as well. I know how wonderful that can be, and certainly in my own life my experience with music has really saved me, I suppose, on a number of occasions and brought me where I am today and made me the person I am. So yeah, about 5 years ago I started thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. I had a very young daughter. I was in an office job part-time working in human resources, something that paid the bills but didn't necessarily fire up my passion. And so I started thinking about how I could use my experience and my passion for music to support children. And I came across Boogie Mites, and I'm so glad I did. It was through a friend of mine I was at university with, and she introduced me to Sue and Harriet and the team, and I was struck by firstly how wonderfully supportive and friendly they were, and I also really love the fact that we use catchy songs and the ethos of Boogie Mites as well to really make it as inclusive as possible, so that, you know, having expensive instruments doesn't need to be a barrier to that. It really is for everybody, and it's about empowering parents and carers and early years practitioners to support the children they love in their life, to really discover the joy of music with them. And yeah, I really love that about what we do. So yeah, so about 4.5 years ago, January 2017, I took on the licence for the West Berkshire area, and at the time I wasn't quite ready to make that leap away from a regular PAYE job into something that was perhaps a bit less predictable, potentially a bit less predictable. So I took on the licence, and I had 2 days a week where my daughter was at nursery, where I could run a couple of sessions. So I started very, very small, and gradually over the last few years I've been building up my business, building up my reputation locally for somewhere that children can come with their parents and have lots and lots of fun with a really good quality music making session. And I got to the point just before lockdown where I was ready to take the leap. So in about 4 weeks before the first COVID lockdown back in March or April last year, 2020, I handed in my notice for my day job, and so that I could focus on Boogie Mites full time. Perhaps my timing wasn't the best, but actually I don't regret it for a second. Making that leap was something I'd been thinking about for a long, long time, and I'm so glad I did it, even though it perhaps wasn't the easiest time to be going out on my own. But I don't have any regrets at all. 18 months down the line, my business is going from strength to strength, and I'm really excited to be working and partnering with lots of organisations locally now. So as well as working with families out in the community and building, you know, lots of really great reputation there, I'm also working this summer term with Oxfordshire County Council. So we've been delivering online sessions for the children in Oxfordshire that are going to school in September, using the Boogie Mites School Ready programme to help those families understand more about how they can use music in really fun and engaging ways to support their children's phonological awareness, getting ready to learn to read and write using phonics. So that's been a fantastic piece of work. I've also been involved in the similar project with Hampshire County Council, working with groups from babies through to preschoolers and their families. I've built partnerships as well with other local arts organisations around here, which has been fantastic as well, to kind of make those connections and work out how we can work together to support families locally to tap into music. And also with a music shop locally as well, so we've got a great partnership going there. So there's so many exciting things happening. And also I've got, as well as myself, I've also got another teacher I work with called Cheryl, who is wonderful. She's the most lovely lady, and she has been working with me for about 18 months now. She started again just before the COVID pandemic kicked off, but we've been doing online sessions, and we've been, you know, out in the community again more recently, and it's really wonderful to have her as part of the team as well. And I'm hoping that, you know, over the next few months I'll be able to grow even further and getting to the point now where I could do with another teacher really in the area. So yeah, watch this space for that. But yeah, there's so many reasons I can think of to choose Boogie Mites. As I said, the material is great. You know, the songs that Harriet's written are so catchy. Kids and adults really really love them. There's some real earworms there. There's a range of musical styles as well, which I really like. The session plans that you're given are very structured, and they've got everything you need for how to structure a session, but equally you can make it your own as well. And I really enjoy, you know, being able to have the flexibility to adapt those sessions to really benefit the children that I'm working with in that particular session, or even sometimes on that particular day as well. Sometimes, you know, what you set out to do doesn't always quite pan out like that, does it, depending on what people need. So I love that flexibility, and I love the fact that I'm part of this amazing team, not just the head office team with Harriet and Sue and Lucy and Davina and Lily who are in our head office, but also the other tutors and licensees as well within Boogie Mites. It's quite a small business, I think, at the moment, and it feels really friendly, and that you're listened to, and there's some, you know, people are so happy to share and to support each other as well within the organisation, which I think is absolutely wonderful. And it just makes you know, work, I call it work, it doesn't feel like work, it just makes work so much more enjoyable. So I hope that you choose Boogie Mites. It would be lovely to welcome you to the team, and that I get to meet you very soon. Okay, bye bye.